Our buddy, Mina Kimes.
Because John Bones Fassel, who of course is the new role, so I have to think he's thought a lot about how to implement.
That's what you got to know, okay?
That goes to the 30.
There you go.
Goes to the 30, baby.
Okay. A passion, help patients live longer, healthier lives. It's going to be Miller Forstall. He's the guy that scored the touchdown.
Miller. I love it.
It's a nice play there by Bennett. Really
good play. Really good play, yeah. Around the NFL kicking are going to aim for that because it's the most.
We have 3 hours to unpack this. A lot of tricks. The Rams, because of that touchback, who had a lot of work, obviously, in the preseason last year, and then we did not, as he's excited to play football for the first time last year. He opens up with a handoff a couple of yards up to the 46. Ronnie Rivers trying to get around the left side. Rivers brought down by the linebacker DeMarvion Overshawn of the Cowboys.
Ronnie Rivers, another player who I thought was excellent regular season, so he wasn't able to play in Williams' absence. But watching him, guys, he reminds me a lot of Kyron Williams and also of Blake Corum, who is not.
On 47, little play fake to Rivers and a rollout and a throw and a completion. That's Xavier Smith, who we saw last year, second camp with the Rams. Forest. 3rd and 4, Rams on their opening drive have to get to the Cowboys 44-yard line. Rivers remains the back, and he's going to take the handoff from Bennett, lower his shoulder. I don't think he's going to get there, runs into a wall of Cowboys, and he feels good. And like getting back to football, not only guys in camp, but here on the field, was such a relief, and it just feels right again for him. After last year, maybe it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Stetson Bennett played so much college football, and you know, those back-to-back national championships, great on his resume, but he didn't really have time away from the sport at all, and it seems like that served him well.
That's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Not good when you have the
4.
Pump fake snap there.
You like that?
Never good. No.
Not good.
Usually, not usually what you want.
Illegal snap. Offense number 60. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Land Clark is our referee today, and they're going to throw that one on Logan Bruss. Although Bo Limmer's the center, the rookie.
Yeah.
50, not 60, but 60. Obviously, Logan Bruss playing right guard next to the rookie Bo Limmer, who has certainly had his moments and impressed. Went out there in camp at LMU. 2nd and 11, Rams backing up 5 after the Rivers run. Over the middle, it's Whittington who breaks the tackle. Jordan Whittington inside the 20, inside the 10.
Oh, man. You're seeing there what they've been raving about all camp, which is the physicality. And you saw that at Texas. Jordan Whittington was just behind so many star receivers, Xavier Worthy, A.D. Mitchell. But he has almost ended like a running back.
His preseason, but as you see Ron Gould there, the Rams running back coach, talking to Blake Corum, the rookie out of Michigan, on the side.
Boston Scott was an interesting addition. 6-year vet, the giant killer with the Philadelphia Eagles. When they brought him on, I thought that might be something to do with the new kickoff rule.
Yeah, definitely, and probably getting out of the backfield. You know, that wasn't really something Kyron did a lot last year, catching it out of the backfield as much, and so probably getting him involved in the offense in that way too.
3rd and 9. Zach Evans into the game at running back. Throw over the middle, incomplete in traffic. He wanted Davis Allen. It's 4th down. Joshua Carty, the rookie out of Stanford, a 2-time All-American, career-long, a 61. This is from 28. From the near side hash to put the Rams on the board. And he nails his first NFL kick to make it 3-0. Stetson Bennett marches down the field. Rams stall in the red zone. They get 3, and they have the early lead here over the Cowboys.
He didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. Lucky for you, shop.
Rico Dowdle starts the game at running back for the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, wearing 15, will not be seen here today. He is on the sideline, however, as Dowdle gets good yardage there over the right side. Gets 9 yards with Olakunle Fadosaki, among others, there for the tackle. No doubt.
Cooper Rush has a lot of regular season starting experience.
3-0 early. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the first. Cowboys keep it on the ground again, and they pick up that first down. The tackle by Laurel Murchison, the veteran defensive tackle, who performed admirably last year for the Rams, as they obviously Need some depth in there. Defensive tackle. You have Bobby Brown. You have Kobe Turner. Obviously, no more Aaron Donald. Dowdle gets the first down across the 4. Cooper rushed to throw, and he takes a shot down the left sideline. That is caught inside the 20. And that's a first down.
You know, being at the scrimmage Thursday, Andrew, I mean, they caught a couple explosives on them on this defense. They played well, but they did hit some explosives, and they started off right here with one.
Jalen Brooks for 43 yards. Down the left sideline, beating Cameron McCutcheon.
Did a nice job. Free spot. All receivers named Jalen. Interestingly, that was Jalen Brooks.
The Rams have 4 defensive backs named Cam or Cameron, oh, by the way, as well. We have time to unpack that a little bit later. Tyler Davis, the rookie tackle at Clemson. The 6th-round pick makes the tackle after a couple of yards.
Yeah, I think when you look at this Rams defense, they're really looking for who's that next guy. We talk about replacing Aaron Donald. I mean, obviously they invest a lot of capital in Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, and those guys look really good early. But who's the next guy that's coming off the bench? It's going to be somebody who's going to come in there and be by committee. They need a couple of these young guys up front to step up.
Play clock's at 5. Cooper rush. Takes the snap. Bobbled. Caught. Tackled immediately there. Jake Hummel. Good job coming up with the tackle.
Jake was flying around on Thursday. He made a couple big plays in the red zone. I actually thought, even though they gave up some explosives throughout the practice, down in the red zone.
Promotion with Raheem Morris in Atlanta. Shula is the new defensive coordinator. Pressure. Ball to the end zone. Incomplete.
That's what you want to see. Pressure from these young edges. They're only sending 4.
And also in practice. So good to see him making an impact. These young rushers stepping up.
Brandon Aubrey now will try a 30-yard field goal. All-Pro last year as a 28-year-old rookie kicker. The guy hit 35 straight to start his career. Has been set for this rookie actually come September. After hitting that field goal, Josh Carty from Stanford is going to kick it through the back of the end zone. We had thought, Andrew Whitworth, that Sean McVay wanted to see his coverage unit here at least once. That's not what was planned.
Yeah, maybe they just don't even want to get into this whole kickoff thing. But, you know, you would think that some of them would kick it and just see what their coverage will look like. But, you know, it doesn't seem like the coaches seem that excited about it.
If I'm the Rams, I want to see the coverage. It was such an issue with this team last. Forget the new kickoff rule. It was an issue with this team last year because special teams unit was so young.
Yep.
All right, Cooper Rush is at quarterback. Nick Hampton showing blitz there. Rico Dowdle starts the game. And running back for the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott, wearing 15, will not be seen here today. He is on the sideline, however, as Dowdle gets good yardage there over the right side. Gets 9 yards with Olakunle Fadosaki, among others, there for the tackle. No Dak Prescott. We win. 3-0 early. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the first. Cowboys keep it on the ground again, and they pick up that first down. The tackle by Larrell Murchison, the veteran defensive tackle, who performed admirably last year for the Rams, as they obviously need some depth in there. Defensive tackle, you have Bobby Brown, you have Kobe Turner. Obviously, no more Aaron Donald. Dowdle gets the first down across the 4. Cooper rushed to throw, and he takes a shot down the left sideline. That is caught inside the 20. And that's a first down.
You know, being at the scrimmage Thursday, Andrew, I mean, they caught a couple explosives on them on this defense. They played.
Jalen Brooks for 43 yards. Down the left sideline, beating Cameron McCutcheon.
Did a nice job separating in the 3 spot. All receivers named Jalen. Interestingly, that was Jalen Brooks.
The Rams have 4 defensive backs named Cam or Cameron, oh, by the way, as well. We have time to unpack that a little bit later. Tyler Davis, the rookie tackle at Clemson. The 6th-round pick makes the tackle after a couple of yards.
Yeah, I think when you look at this Rams defense, they're really looking for who's that next guy. We talk about replacing Aaron Donald. I mean, obviously they invest a lot of capital in Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, and those guys look really good early. But who's the next guy that's coming off the bench? It's going to be somebody who's going to come in there and be by committee. They need a couple of these young guys up front to step up.
Clock's at 5. Cooper rush. Takes the snap. Bobbled. Caught. Tackled immediately there. Jake Hummel. Good job coming up with the tackle.
Jake was flying around on throughout the practice. Down in the red zone during that practice, the Rams defense actually played really well. Tough time getting in the end zone.
Jalen Cropper there with the reception. Brings up 3rd and 7. We see Chris Shula there on the sideline. Finally gets that promotion with Raheem Morris in Atlanta. Shula is the new defensive coordinator. Pressure. Ball to the end zone. Incomplete.
That's what you want to see. Pressure from these young edges. They're only sending 4, and if any of them can make an impact in the preseason.
One-on-one pass rush, seeing him rush a little bit on the quarterback, and then also in practice. So good to see him making an impact. These young rushers stepping up.
Brandon Aubrey now will try a 30-yard field goal. All-Pro last year as a 28-year-old rookie kicker. The guy hit 35 straight to start his career. He's not missing this one. Certainly, guys.
Yeah, I think they move the football on offense. Defensively, you give up a big play, then you kind of stand your ground in the red zone. Kind of similar for both drives.
All right, time for a player interview powered by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com. Put on the headset as we have a dynamic kickoff return. Xavier Smith out to the 20. How's that dynamic kickoff return look from down there?
Pretty good. I'll tell you what, it is so strange to see them line up at the beginning of the game. I was like, what is going on? But it's a new age of football, and we're living it. But it's going to be an exciting play. We'll see how many teams actually kick it off and see what it looks like.
Matthew, how we doing, bud? I've been up there for a couple practices, watching you do your thing. How do you feel camp's been going?
It's been good. You know, we've had, like everybody knows, just a couple, injuries here and there that have put some new guys in some new spots. But it's been good to kind of get some depth going that way, right? Some guys that maybe didn't get the opportunity or wouldn't have gotten the opportunity had these injuries not happened are now forced into some action and hopefully, build some good depth for us later in the season while also allowing some of those other guys to take their time getting back and make sure they feel healthy when they do get back.
Matthew, it was crazy to watch the preseason last year and see Puka Nacua out there making plays, knowing what he would become. I was wondering if there's any young wide receivers, tight ends that you have been impressed by this summer to watch in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Witt already made a big play. He's done a really nice job for us. He's similar to Puka, body style guy, just a big physical player. Had a great career in Texas, and we're happy to have him, but he's done a nice job for us. Him and Tyler Johnson have really done a really nice job, guys that are in the game right now.
Hey, if he doesn't, catch passes, Matthew, as Stetson Bennett here takes a deep shot. Ooh. Knocked away once, Tyler Johnson. You, a couple of days ago, practicing with the Cowboys, you caught a touchdown pass. Are you an option?
That's a bad option. If we're throwing out plays and throwing me the ball, that's tough. No, it was obviously a little bit of a scramble play, broken down. Had some miscues on it, but was just trying to keep it alive. And, I tried to throw it low to make sure nothing bad happened. Next thing I know, it's bouncing up, and I'm like, well, I'm not letting a pick happen. So I just snagged it. I don't know. Instincts took over, but probably would have been smarter to have not done that. But, oh, well.
I was impressed. I was waiting for a celebration at the end.
Yeah, I just was really embarrassed with how many steps it took me to get in the end zone. I felt like I fell down really awkwardly, so I was just trying to get out of there.
All right, as we have an interception here on the field, Stetson Bennett has been picked off by the linebacker, Marquise Bell. Hey, real quick here, Matthew, I know you told Albert Breer this week that last year maybe you had that moment you thought your career was over. For the record, you feel good, yes?
Oh, I feel great. I feel great. Physically, as good as I felt in a couple of years, to be honest with you. So, I'm still 36. I'm not running around like I was when I was 25, but I feel pretty good.
I see a little gray in that beard. You still look sexy, big fella.
There's a little of a lot.
You look good,
bud. That's a lot right there, bud.
All right. Matthew Stafford, we appreciate your time during the game, man. Best of luck. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
After the interception, Cowboys have it Rams territory. He gets picked off, and now Trey Lance is into the game here for the Dallas Cowboys, and he starts with great field position here. The former 3rd overall pick, the player for which the Niners once traded.
His career hasn't gone the way the Niners hoped it would. It's funny, by the way, to think Jimmy Garoppolo now, who he competed with, is on the Rams. We're not seeing him. But, there's still a lot of believers in his potential. He's still a very young quarterback. He's the same age as Bo Nix, so I'm excited to see what he does today.
Malik Davis the carry there. Jason Taylor III in his 2nd preseason with the Rams makes the tackle. One of the guys battling for one of the spots in the secondary. Listen, Trey Lance can play. We know he's a heck of an athlete. We know he has all the skills. He has never really been given that full season. The injuries got in the way. Can he be the number 2? Can he beat out Cooper Rush with Dak watching there? Can he be the guy that can come in if Dak Prescott gets hurt? That's what the Cowboys have to figure out. We'll get another shot at it here as they get the first down near the 30.
We don't know much until we see him in these preseason games. With the way you have to practice now, they get limited reps. The opportunities to get out there in the practice and get a lot of reps with the guys is tough to come by.
Desjuan Johnson makes the tackle, the man dubbed Mr. Irrelevant a year ago, as Lance has the play fake and the rollout, chased by Hampton, throw to the sideline. And I don't want to call him Mr. Preseason because that would be a knock on Jacob Hummel's regular season contributions, but he showed up last year big, and here he's on it.
A couple plays early.
Luke Schoonemaker, the intended receiver. 31-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. And a whistle. And they're backing up. Or timeout. Cowboys take a timeout. Lan Clark's been working out, guys.
Timeout.
You see that?
Dallas, they're first of the half.
Possibly not too active early on here. You know, you mentioned Trey and the value of getting these reps. The other thing I want to mention with him is he's played so little football. Came into the NFL, you know, from small school, didn't play that much in college, comes to the 49ers, barely plays there because of injuries his first 2 seasons. So regardless of what his football future is, whether that's with Dallas or elsewhere, these starts will matter a great deal for him, getting the experience of putting that tape out there.
The Rams would like to thank all our television affiliates, by the way, across the country for their support of the Chiefs fans tuning in around the world. 2nd and 10. Trey Lance a play fake. Lance with a deep shot going end zone, and he overshoots, I beg your pardon, Peyton Hendershot. Coverage there by 38, the veteran DB Sean Jolly.
So we got Chris Shula, who's now the defensive coordinator with Raheem Morris's departure, calling the plays for the defense. What do you think they do here on this 3rd down?
I think they're going to sit back. They're going to play. They're going to sit back a little bit. You know, Chris is really excited for this opportunity, man. Young energy. He's a fun guy to be around. I'm excited for him to see what he does.
Lance on 3rd down, has time, steps up, eyes downfield. Lance is going to run. Lance has the first down inside the 20, slides near the 10. Lance can always make plays with his legs, and when there was nothing there,
the danger there sometimes when you sit back, as we talked about in those zones when you're playing.
That lane for the quarterback. There's a lot of space for an athlete like him to run.
Zach Van Valkenburg, who saw last year, practice squad pressure again. Lance dumps it off. Malik Davis breaks the tackle. Davis to the 6, tackled by Desjuan. Aaron number 90. 2nd down now from the 6. A pitch left. Davis running left, chased and hit and dropped in the backfield. Good job, Russ Yeast.
Can they stand up again? They stood up last time down in this territory. Be another great opportunity for a young defense to kind of show their fight, their tenacity.
Out there, he was a starter for this Rams defense last year, version of the nickel. Curious to see how he plays today.
And Cameron McKitchen there as well, wearing 41 on 3rd and 5, low snap, pressured throw to the sideline. That is caught out of bounds right near the marker. It's Jalen Cropper. Let's see where they spot it.
That's a great pass rush by Nick Hampton.
It's going to be 4th down.
As a starter there. Now Russ Yeast, and you've also seen group, so let's see if we can hold it right here.
4th and short, 4th and 1. Cowboys have taken a timeout on this drive already. And with the play clock at 3, they're going to take another.
You know, Hampton's a player who also got some time in the regular season last year. They were so young, a lot of these guys. But I really liked what I saw from him. You saw some of the qualities you saw there, the speed, the first step. But then what you also saw with that rip, that power, he's a little bit undersized. And I think that's going to play into whether or not he can get reps in the regular season. But that was a great rep from him.
Yeah, that's the thing for him. His size really kind of dictates he doesn't get to play a lot on 1st and 2nd down as much in the run game. But he has continued to show when he gets a chance to rush the passer, he's an athlete. You know, he has tremendous moves, really has that shiftiness to him as a rusher. But he needs to show that he can kind of be productive on those early downs and get more reps.
Played 10 games last year, Nick Hampton did. He had 26.5 career sacks, as we see Chris Shula on the sidelines. Did not get to the quarterback last year. Obviously, a lot of snaps, a lot of his action was on special teams. 10th play of the drive here. 9 seconds remaining in the first.
Landskeeper?
Yeah, I think we're going to see like a little RPO right here. We're going to see somebody out in the flat, a little run fake, get him out in space.
Jalen Brooks in motion. Malik Davis is the back.
No,
he's going to throw, lofting to the corner. Cropper doesn't have it, and a turnover on downs.
You know how I feel about that.
Yep.
Mina Kimes.
Go ahead, Mina.
I'm just saying.
I'll let you go.
You got
The
it.
fade.
A gigantic athletic quarterback.
He couldn't deliver. Let's see what they can do here from the 2. Stetson Bennett still the quarterback, number 30. Boston Scott is in the game at running back. Again, Andrew, it is Boston Scott wearing number 30. And he gets maybe back to the pay to see it. 2nd and 9. Stetson Bennett from his end zone after the change of sides of the field. Throws a completion to the far sideline. And that is to Xavier Smith, the second-year player, for a gain of 3.
No, you didn't ask if you'd pay me to do it. I would definitely do it.
Okay.
You'd have thrown that caveat in there. I'm in.
What would it? Because I'll run up the flagpole, see if the organization wants to pay for it.
Exactly.
What's it going to take?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Stetson Bennett on 3rd down now with Boston Scott to his left. 3rd and 6. Yard deep in the end zone, throws near sideline and throws complete for a Rams first down. It's Xavier Smith getting busy today, and we have a flag on the 19.
A little late hit, I think, on the sideline here.
Out of bounds.
Yep.
Nice catch, Xavier Smith.
These two teams got a little chippy the other day in the scrimmage. You saw some chippiness, but nothing escalated too bad. No foul.
Personal foul, late hit, defense number 37, a 50 foul.
Eric Scott with the late hit. The forearm to the back after the gain of 9, and another catch for the second-year receiver, Xavier Smith out of Florida A&M. Rams will take it and will put it on the 32.
That's a nice catch by Smith and a really nice ball from Stetson Bennett, who, coming back from that ugly interception earlier, you're seeing him get comfortable, get in a rhythm once again. The ball's coming out quickly. He looks accurate.
3 catches on 3 targets for Xavier Smith, and a play fake here. Smith now short, but Bennett's going to sling it long across the middle, and he's got Tyler Johnson, the veteran wideout, the former Buccaneer in his 2nd season with the Rams.
Yeah, talking to some of the veterans up front, they were talking about top.
And the Rams have it now on the 43-yard line. Smith goes in motion. Boston Scott. Nice push there.
Yeah.
Scott to the 50-yard line.
It's a great run by Scott. Nice vision, patience, waiting before he presses the hole. I'll be curious to see if he hangs on with this team for the regular season because, I talked about the similarities between Rivers and the backs on the roster. Scott, he's undersized, obviously, but I think he has some of those qualities, too.
Scott, well-traveled, has kick return experience as well. Played with the Eagles, obviously. Known there as the Giant Killer. Obviously had some great moments there against the NFC East rivals. And it's a good moment here. Scott into Cowboys territory across the 40 for another Rams first down. That one's good for 14.
How about that run blocking on the interior, Andrew?
Let's go. We got to talk about my boy Bo. He's loving it on the sideline, but 700 pounds, it just makes all my joints hurt right there, just hearing that.
It's cool.
Ronnie Rivers there celebrating on the side.
I would say it's just cool to see the identity of this team from last season offensively carry over in the preseason, that dominant power interior.
Zach Evans checks in, and we showed you those two running backs side by side as they were running, obviously behind Limmer and behind Logan Russ playing right guard. I may have on the opening drive called 30 Boston Scott. Ronnie Rivers a couple of times. Rivers wore 30 last year in the preseason. Yeah. I don't get to the podium here. I've been doing the Olympics. I did not get gold, silver, nor bronze. I got a did not qualify for mixing up Boston Scott and Ronnie Rivers, and I thank everyone who texted.
I'll say this, the fact that Rivers was only in for a drive bodes well for him and his importance to the team.
Absolutely. 2nd and 8. Bennett on the rollout. That's
another good throw
four to Xavier Smith today.
These outbreakers.
Hey, what do you know? If you run the football well, you can run play actions off of it, Mina. Did you know that was possible?
Wow, what a concept.
Watch Rams football.
Yes.
What a concept.
Well, you talked about it, Mina, this identity.
Yeah.
Last year was clear.
Xavier Smith catch another pass here. Obviously, when he came into the league, a lot of people thought he's a return man only, not the biggest guy, but here in the preseason, getting work done, outbreaking routes, getting work done underneath. And Xavier Smith here, look, it is a stacked wide receiver room, but maybe there is a home for him somewhere. As Zach Evans gets a couple yards, and the Rams are going to go for it quickly on 4th down. And they're going to run.
Got it.
And they're going to get it.
Thought he was going to go down early right there. That turf monster almost got him.
Zach Evans, who carried the ball 23 times in the preseason, that first.
The Rams in the Sean McVay area don't go for it a lot on 4th down. However, they did hire a game management specialist from the Tennessee Titans, John Stryker. I'm not saying that influence is showing here, but that's something to monitor during the season.
Absolutely. Also love the name John Stryker.
Stretch, baby. Good man.
Boston Scott there, who in his free time is also a professional gamer in the Rocket League.
Sure.
Has that, Gary. Did you know that? Yeah.
I did. That's awesome.
There you go. You see 6 out there. Drake Stoops, the son of the legendary Oklahoma coach who caught 10 touchdowns for the Sooners. Actually got drafted by Dad a couple of months ago as well. Chose to stay here with the Rams.
Oh, in the UFL? Or?
Exactly. By the Renegades. He's a Ram, though, not a Renegade. Renegades are waiting if this doesn't work. Drake Stoops, certainly a productive receiver in college. Bennett, a little too much gas on that one. Wanted Whittington incomplete. Mentioned Whittington before. He played at Texas. Les Snead had a little extra insight as his stepson Tate is a long snapper on the Longhorns. And Jordan Whittington obviously came back with great reviews by everyone at UT. And the Rams are happy with what they have so far from him. Couldn't get that one, had the long one earlier for 31. It is now 3rd and 6, and this guy says the 13th play of this drive. 2 for 43 early for Whittington. Rams got to get to the 15. Bennett has time, goes end zone. Tyler Johnson can't hang on.
That was close. He had him right there. It was a really good ball. You can kind of see a couple guys are stumbling a little bit on the turf.
Yeah.
See him there. He starts to lose kind of his footing there as he's reaching as well, slipping a little bit.
I will say, Washington pretty well protected overall.
Yeah, 39 yards and a second one here for Josh Carty, the rookie out of Stanford. There's now 2 opportunities. Nailed the first one to get the Rams on the board first. This one looks nice and smooth and easy and effortless. His career long is 61. He's got a big leg, and right now he might.
And then I like some of the sudden change defenses. So see if we can get a stop right here.
Sean, are we going to see any action on these kickoffs today, or what are we thinking, bud?
It's doubtful.
Doubtful.
It's your favorite part of the game, right?
Yeah, you love it, buddy.
It's just love it. Now we had it. I thought they were going to kick them deep all day. They obviously had us return the other one, and We were kicking this deep, and ball's on the 30, and here we come.
Sean, would you like to see a return, see how your coverage unit can do it?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
You know, here's why. Because they're so regulated. I mean, we're just getting man schemes. We like to see if guys can be able to defeat individual blocks if you wanted to, but I still don't think it's going to give you any real inclination of what that play is going to look like in week 1 with the way teams will approach it.
On a positive note, how about Jordan Whittington with that catch, looking like Puka Nacua out there breaking tackles?
Mina. You know, it's just not too big for him. 2 big catches, you know, right away on the in cut and then on the slant from the slot. So he is a stud. He's mature beyond his years. We really like him.
As Puka obviously had that great rookie season last year, and we saw that early.
Great job being able to play through the hands right there. Love that by Jolly. Good sticky coverage. Man, these guys are doing a good job. It's a great opportunity to be able to go against Dallas, and it's definitely some different looks than what we would present offensively. But it is, oh man, Van Valkenburg almost got off the edge right there.
Sean, how do you feel about the unit and the prep and what you've seen so far from Chris Shula and his defense in the first year there, obviously with Chris?
He's done a great job. You know, I think really he and his coaches as a whole, excellent job creating clarity. You know, allowing those guys to have an identity. I think that's been on display throughout camp. Getting a lot of younger guys playing today. But I've been so pleased with him, and he's got a great vision. Coaching on all 3 levels of the defense just gives him such a big picture perspective that I think is so beneficial, and he really understands what offenses are trying to do. I'm so pleased with Chris. Love doing this with him.
All right, what do you got here, 3rd down?
I don't know. I'm on with you guys.
I'm watching my guy Deshaun Johnson right here,
it
baby.
Looks like we're going to rush 5 and play a single high, probably a fire zone behind it, and that's what we did. Good. First down.
Malik Davis able to push forward to get that first down. It was Deshaun Johnson there on the edge. 96. Keir Thomas, beg your pardon.
Keir did a nice job, though. Those are those tough plays when you've got to account for the quarterback as well. You're usually a gap short.
Yeah, we've watched Sean Jay Kummel flying around the field a little bit. It's fun to see that guy, even Thursday, watching him in the Cowboys scrimmage, making some plays down there in the red zone. This guy plays with tenacity all game long.
He does. You know, the last time I was on here, he had a pick 6, too. Maybe Tyler.
Let's go.
Tyler Davis beating the back block of the center quickly in the backfield. Big fella. Let's go.
Hey, he's been in the backfield twice already today.
That is outstanding. You know, that was awesome for him. TD, Gift Smith does such a good job with that group as a whole, and it's good to see TD make a couple plays. That's big for us, guys.
2nd and 12. Need to make the Rams 49 to get a new set of downs. Shotgun here.
Jolly lurking?
There's Van Valkenburg.
The rush contain against Lance. It's a good play by him. You lose contain, he escapes with his eyes down the field. You give him credit right there, but can't leave the open B gap for him to be able to go up and out on. That's tough.
David Durden with that catch on the sideline.
Yeah, with his long scramble and then this play here, when you lose that integrity of the rush lanes, a guy like him can get out of the pocket. It makes it really tough on the defense.
There's no doubt, and that's what he did earlier in the drive a couple series ago, and that's the thing that these quarterbacks can provide, that extra added element of just extended plays. It's hard to play coverage when you lose the rush integrity like that.
Rams territory now 45 as Trey Lance changed the play at the line. Play clock's at 4. And the run left to give to Malik Davis.
03 met him in the hole. He did a good job of kind of just skinning through it. The running back get an extra couple yards, but it's the difference between being, in those 2nd down and 8 and 9s and 2nd and 6. So, but we're in position right there. Got to be able to make those plays, but he's done a really good job all camp. I've been pleased with 03.
Sean, I know we don't have Jared Verse and Braden Fisk out there, but obviously great early reviews from those two.
Yeah, they've been awesome. They are mature guys. They play with the tenacity of grit. They got the mental and physical toughness we're looking for. We're really counting on big things. And get this. Lost the flat control right there. You guys are bad luck. I come on here with you.
Hey, you just said we had a pick 6 last year. Don't do that.
You know what? Touche. I got to give you that. You're right.
Hey, Sean, we see our guy Deshaun Johnson down there hustling. I've been impressed watching him in practice, the effort he has. Earlier down here in the red zone, he falls down on the screen in the backfield, gets up. That dude seems to play with a lot of passion and energy.
You said it, Andrew. That was a huge play because they end up getting no points out of that. And that really, it was Jason Taylor and him were the only guys left. Jason Taylor ends up forcing it back inside. Dez Reed's out of the stack. And
motion spin to get inside Rams territory to the 20, and the Cowboys got a drive going here.
Tighten up in the red area. Quick game, they're cutting up front. Nice job right there. Cam Kitchens, you bobble the slant. Conscientious guy. I love working with him, and he's getting better and better.
Tyler Davis got home again.
He's big.
Yep. He seems like a guy, Sean, to me, that plays faster when he gets on the grass. Like, forget his times, forget all that. When he's playing football and just seeing what he sees and reacting.
Right, I totally agree. Big
Let them play the drive here. See if they get off the field. 3rd and 10.
Win right here. Yeah, there it is.
Lance pressured, no flag.
Hummel's in position. Good job, decline that.
Back, pressuring him, making him feel that, and he has to get the ball out of his hand.
That is awesome. That's a good stop right there. Big 3 downs. At work, I've really been pleased with our operation, and he's hitting the ball well in terms of just kicking out of the back of the end zone. So it's been a good start for Josh. He's just nice and steady. So, hey, 2 for 2. Can't do any better than that, can you?
No, you cannot.
I think he missed that. Oh, man, that looked...
He got it.
Well, you got a better angle than me, jerk.
Hey, we at SoFi Stadium. Kurt Sandoval down to the sideline. Super Bowl champion Andrew Whitworth, Mina Kimes, and I'm Andrew Siciliano. A couple of field goals from each team. Want to thank Sean McVay for doing Coach Cam, as always, down to the sideline. And now the dynamic return, guys. We did have the Jaguars run one back for 73 yards
Parker
last night.
Washington.
There is hope. Parker Washington broke a couple of tackles. Nothing schemed up necessarily.
Here we go.
Let's go. All right.
Find the crease.
We got a crease.
We got a crease.
Got that tackle. Just got him.
And they bring it out across the 30-yard line. Xavier Smith, who has looked good offensively, gets a 26-yard return. All right, time for the Rookie Spotlight, brought to you by Verizon, the official 5G network of the
impact he has on the football field. He's going to be a good one. Sure, here he is again.
Here's Jordan Whittington again. I mean, the guy's been busy.
You see here the value of having a player like Whittington who has a similar skill set to Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, because you can use him on similar concepts there coming across behind the formation. That physicality, that running back-like ability in space, and then the toughness.
There's Jared Verse there. I thought the biggest compliment I could give Jared Verse is, like, obviously watching him, I see his impact, I see the effect he's had in practice. I heard Dak Prescott doing his interviews talking about he felt his presence during the scrimmage. I think that's a huge compliment to a young rusher for a veteran quarterback as good as him to notice you in practice.
Gain of 6 for Whittington on that first one. Zach Evans here with the carry. Marquise Bell with the tackle, and Evans will move the chains to the 42, and that picks up a Rams first down. You're not going to see, I know Rams fans want to see Jared Verse out there in the preseason. You want to see Braden Fisk out there in the preseason. I don't know that you're going to see them. Last year we did see Puka Nacua in game 1. He caught that touchdown and kind of planted his flag. Yes, I'm legit. Don't know, especially considering the injuries on the O-line. I know D-line, O-line not necessarily related, but when Sean McVay knows his team is already getting banged up, probably going to play it safe here, you would have to think.
Yeah, and they're having a lot of scrimmages too as well. They've already had one with the Chargers. They had one with the Cowboys. You know, they're on the schedule. I think they have another one lined up so far with the Chargers and the Texans. So they're going to get plenty of good-on-good competition. I don't think he's that worried about these preseason games. And I always say this. People talk about the starters playing in the preseason or not. When we were doing scrimmages my last couple years in the league, those were more reps than I ever took in preseason when I used to play in the preseason. You were taking 60, 50 snaps in a scrimmage, which was way more than you ever played in a preseason game.
3 starters already banged up in the O-line. You do have right now Warren McClendon out there wearing 71, so one of the guys who will be relied on as a key backup, as Bennett is lucky that did not get picked off, throwing into traffic with 5 blue jerseys in the neighborhood to bring up 3rd down.
He's had
got knocked down. The rookie wide receiver from Ohio U, McVay, like he was asking for a pass interference flag there, didn't get it. Wiglis, formerly at Ohio State, went to Ohio U, put up good numbers in here trying to make the Rams. Bennett on 3rd down, has time, has Whittington, and he's got another one. Has another Rams first down. Tackle there by Wanye Thomas.
Well protected again on 3rd down. It's been a bit of a trend with him, and a really nice job by Stetson Bennett layering that ball over the 2nd level defender.
Gain of 14 for Whittington, the rookie wide receiver, in his first NFL game. 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining here in the I was told today that if it were a playoff game, as Puka obviously is not out there, knee injury, maybe he'd be able to play. Week 1, he should be good as Zach Evans gets around corner and lowers his shoulder here. Eric Scott, who got called for a personal foul earlier, lowers his as well. It's a gain of 2.
Yeah, it was crazy watching Nakua in the preseason last year, going back now, pardon me, and watching him not then, knowing what he would become. But you saw it, and this is, hey, why you should watch preseason, because he's so quarterback friendly on the receiving end from Stetson Bennett in preseason week 1. He just gets open. It's so good against zone coverage.
2nd and 8. Hand off to Zach Evans, the second year back, has some room, and he falls forward to the 35. It's a gain of 4. Marquise Bell, who had an interception earlier for the Cowboys, gets the tackle here, and it sets up 3rd down and 4. Rams do have all 3 timeouts. They're going to let the clock run here in a 6-6 game.
Yeah, again, you see the Rams getting guys on the ground. Anytime up front, you're ending up with D linemen on the ground. It's good for the run game. You're going to have quality carries. Let's see if they can get another conversion here.
As you see Matthew Stafford on the sideline joined us earlier. Appreciate that. Rams 2 for 7 on 3rd down. Need to get to the 31. Evans is the back, and he will get the carry and get met in the hole with nowhere to go. So it'll be 4th down, and now the Rams will call a timeout. 1:08 remaining. The Cowboys call a timeout. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, you were talking about Puka Nakua. I mean, you know, one of the things I thought was really interesting with him is early just seeing him play, his ability to fall forward. Any catch, he almost always got another yard, got another 2 yards. So to see his effectiveness and really yak those yards after catch was no surprise, because it always felt like no matter what the play was, his back to guys, front facing guys, he always ended up with more yards than when he touched the football, even in looks that you wouldn't expect it.
It's kind of like he was built in a lab to play for the Rams, because,
no
you know,
question.
more than any other most offenses in the NFL, the wide receivers block. They get dirty, especially with this duo run game that they've been running so much last season. And you see a guy like Whittington and some similar qualities.
All right, Rams going to go for it. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down today. 4th and 3, need the 31. We got Whittington, bottom of the screen there.
It's up to the Mike Zimmer look. Here we are, a little double-A action.
Double-A gap, they drop. Whittington at the 30. Whittington fights forward and gets that 1st down. What an impressive first half for Jordan Whittington in his NFL debut.
Mina just said it, that Puka Nakua right there. Make a tough catch and continue to find a way to fight for those extra yards.
Whittington out of the tackle of Scott and getting to the 30. And now the Rams with the clock moving. Bennett. Nice catch on the 30. That's Wiggless. Sam Wiggless, the rookie free agent out of Ohio, with a nice catch to put him in the red zone. And now a timeout with the clock at 39 after a gain of 11.
I think, Mina, this is really impressive by Stetson Bennett. I mean, you got to understand, those guys' reps are limited. For him to step in this way, it's impressive to see.
Bennett moving him down the field here. Whitney's made some throws.
He really has. He's played well. I mean, with the limited ops he gets in camp, to step in this game and play as well as he had. Now, he's also had really good protection, and they've been able to run the football well, which is obviously a quarterback's best friend.
Yeah, that's really what stood out to me so far in this first half, is how well the offensive line has played, both in run blocking and pass protection, which, again, coming into this game, big question mark. So many injuries in the starters and that second line. So to see them playing as well as they have been, Sean McVay's got to be happy about that. Absolutely.
Considering those injuries, as you mentioned, 3 starters down, you need to find the depth here. And that O-line has looked good. Bennett has looked good as well. Threw a pick earlier, bounced back nicely. Now Bennett to throw, lofting for Whittington. Incomplete in the end zone. Covered there by Kalen Carson.
You got to give him a chance, lead him to that pylon. Instead of throwing it back like that, can't get around with the defender.
Keeman Hall, I beg your pardon, 43, not 41. But Whittington has looked good as well in his first NFL game. 5 for 67. For the kid out of Texas, as Stafford looks on. Each team with 2 timeouts. Each team with 2 field goals. 6-6 game. Evans is the back as Bennett looks and surveys the field and fires over the middle and gets picked. Not good. Second pick of the day. This one's Eric Scott, and he's going to return it across the Rams 40.
saw him looking at him, and I was hoping he was looking him off, Andrew, but not the case.
24-yard return and a promising Rams drive ends with a pick in the red zone. Second Bennett pick of the day. He had time.
Again,
for a drive with 25 seconds to go. Not a lot of time. He's forced out by Van Valkenburg. Lance eyes downfield. Murchison forces him to the sideline, and he throws it away. 16 seconds left. That burned 9.
Good play by Murchison. I mean, he's pushing 300 pounds chasing him.
I mean, I think on the flip side, if we talk about the Rams' protection, you also like seeing them up. Give the coaches some confidence that you can do it.
Van Valkenburg, beg pardon, with the motor there, and Murchison pushing 285. At least that's what the media guide says.
I gave you an extra 15. I saw him and I was like, maybe I overshot it a little bit.
I think my media guide in Cincinnati said like 315. I was a solid 355.
Yeah.
So,
and you never sought to correct that, right?
No. You always want to be swept as an O-lineman. You know, you always want them to think you look a little bigger than you might be on your weight.
Yeah, I always told them put me 5'11" in the media guide, you know?
No, I understand. The only time you really got in trouble is the dark pants and the white top. You look like a popsicle. Look like a big old ice cream popsicle.
Hampton again.
Nick Hampton can't bring down Lance, so he will tuck it and run and get back across the 40-yard line. Chased there by Desjuan Johnson. 4 seconds to go after the gain of 4. 40-yard line for what looks to be the final play of the first half. It's 4th and 6. You're going to leave him out there and just go for it? Why not? Mike McCarthy, your thoughts? He's calling a play.
Yep. Why not?
Why not?
Going to run. They've worked this situation a lot in preseason.
4 verticals?
The immediate timeout. I was about to say, I don't know how many times you've gone over this situation in preseason.
Well, let's talk about that. You're through training camp. You've broken camp. You've gone back to your own building here. But a 4th and 6, 4 verts situation. Not exactly something that you went through this week in prep for the game.
Yeah, not something they spend a lot of time on, especially and really you got to think of the schedule the Rams usually have in training camp. The starters aren't really going to play. Most of the significant guys aren't going to play in the game. So they're really either having some form of, if they're not scrimmaging another team 2 days before the game, they're having an intra-squad scrimmage with their own group 2 days before the game. So they're really just focused on that. And then the game is, hey, let's let guys go play. So now you get a chance, call timeout. Hey, let's go over this situation. What do we want to do here? You know, kind of a little short, quick situational masters meeting during the timeout.
From the 40-yard line.
He's got a strong arm.
He does.
Yep.
No chance for a completion at a timeout. That's simply not going to work. Lance forced out by Johnson. Let it go. Throws it into Rams territory. Throws complete to Malik Davis, but immediately wrapped up. Good job there by Jalen McCullough. Duvall, who's got the new DC.
All right, here with Chris Shula, your 8th year with the Rams, but first as defensive coordinator. What are you looking for today in a game where it's preseason, you're not scheming?
Just want to see guys play hard. I want to see guys hit blocks, tackle, play like a Ram, just play like a defense. We want to see when it look like a connected unit, communicate, and play hard.
All right, you guys had a great stop on 4th down in the red zone. What do you want to see in the second half from some of these guys trying to make this team?
That was a huge credit to Desjuan Johnson saving a touchdown on that screen that was going to go in. Then awesome 4th down top. And yeah, just like you said, we see guys go execute the call, execute the defense, communicate, and play hard.
All right, last thing is you've told me you're a little bit of Raheem Morris. You're a little bit of Wade Phillips. How are you similar? How are you different than some of the past defensive coordinators?
You know, you always try to take the best of those guys or what you think they did really well. That really applies to you. But in the end, you really got to be yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do every day.
Chris, we always enjoy talking with you. I bet you. Guys, Chris Shula, back to you guys upstairs.
All right, Kurt, thank you. And thank you, Chris, who obviously came here with Sean McVay. And now finally, after taking a number of assistant jobs on the defensive side of the defensive coordinator, we're going to get a run back here. Tyron Billy Johnson from halfway deep in the end zone takes it back across the 25-yard line as we all still kind of figure out the new dynamic kickoff. We see Trey Lance run it out here for another drive here for the Cowboys. 35-yard return. Andrew Whitworth, Mina Kimes, I'm Andrew Siciliano. You know, despite the score, no one's been to the end zone yet. Somewhat entertaining first half of football, guys.
Yeah, I think both teams have been able to drive the football a little bit, make some big plays, and then the defenses have done a good job down the red zone of keeping the other one out.
We saw Cooper Rush early there for Mike McCarthy. It's been Trey Lance ever since. And he's going to open up on his own 28-yard line with Malik Davis in the backfield. He'll give it to Davis, who's got good room to run there across the 30-yard line. Desjuan Johnson in on the tackle. We've called his name a lot so far today. A guy who's taken with the last pick of the draft. I don't like the Mr. Irrelevant tag. I think it's negative. Joking aside,
maybe
nothing but positive. I know, but just calling somebody irrelevant, I don't like.
I agree.
Either way, Brock Purdy has clearly done very well. Desjuan Johnson, not nearly, but he's made some plays here today and contributed last year as a not-so-irrelevant rookie. There is a rookie. That's Brevin Spann-Ford, the tight end out of Minnesota, and a gain.
A little bit of play in the regular season last year, as did a lot of these young defensive players.
Yep.
I mean, it's, if not the youngest defense in football, close to it, especially with the departure of Aaron Donald. But what that meant is you got valuable experience for guys like Johnson, who in previous iterations, the Rams probably wouldn't have seen that action.
As we see the Archer with your former teammate Brandon Cooks watching on and watching Lance on the keeper with Keir Thomas right behind him, showing his speed, taking it across midfield, getting a first down into Rams territory for a gain of 14. He's their first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Also played at TCU with Steve Avila. Actually played a little H-back. Ball's out. Ball rolls out of bounds. That's a completion and a fumble forward out of bounds. It was laying there on the sideline, right in front of the Rams sideline there, but nobody could get to it.
It's interesting to see guys in the game. Very different approach from the Rams when it comes to who they're playing in the preseason, because that's a guy who they really want to start. Now, I think it's valuable for him because he didn't play left tackle in college, primarily right tackle, so maybe they feel these reps are needed for him to go into the season and protect Dak Prescott.
Because it was a forward fumble out of bounds, they're going to go back to the spot of the fumble, and Davis will carry near the 41-yard line. Tyler Guyton is certainly an athlete there at left tackle, wearing number 60 for the Cowboys. I mentioned he played some H-back. He really did at TCU before transferring. At 6'7", he caught a touchdown for
they get to the red
TCU.
zone.
Yeah, you know that feeling.
Once. Yeah,
exactly.
Once. Yeah, no, he's really a talented-looking kid. You know, I think in camp they really thought he, you know, started off good and then got sick, unfortunately, and kind of been out. He's been out ill for the last few days. So that's also probably part of it. Is I think they probably feel there's some snaps there they want to see him get to kind of catch up some of the time he's missed.
On third down, there's a completion. Charles Woods, the rookie, with the tackle. That's going to be enough for a first down. Is going to take it to the 37-yard line. It is a gain of 5.
Nice job by Lance, hanging in there with pressure bearing down on him, getting the ball just far enough to move the chains. He's had a couple of nice drives here.
Charles Woods there with the tackle. He goes to the sideline. One of the nice young defensive backs the Rams have in their secondary. Rookies, undrafted free agent that has made an impression. Snoop Connor in there with the tackle. Corey Durden into the game. First
Nakua. Interesting to see if this is a guy that we don't know about.
Comparing everyone to Puka today.
Well, guy we don't know about.
There we go.
Had a lot of success at a smaller school. Let's see.
With a flag down, Cam Johnson on the end around, the college free agent, the rookie out of Northwestern. Flournoy, who you're mentioning earlier, guys, wearing 18, the rookie out of Southeast Missouri.
Yeah, he's had a couple impressive catches. He showed up a little bit on Thursday as well in the scrimmage against the Rams.
Offense number 14.
Interesting guy.
5-yard penalty, second down.
So back him up. Cam Johnson called for that as they go for a little end around. Mike McCarthy are calling the end around in the third quarter of the first preseason game.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what the offense would look like with Trey Lance, because he's such a wildly different quarterback from Dak Prescott. Obviously, you're seeing some of the design QB run game baked in there with the zone read and whatnot, but a little bit of pre-snap motion there gets him in trouble.
We have former Trojan Deontay Burnett into the game, wide to the left, wearing number 6, and that is a nice tackle there by Jalen McCullough. Second time we've called his name today, the rookie out of Tennessee.
showing up. I think one of the big to be an identity of this defense a little bit.
Brought down the much bigger John Stevens at 6'5", 221, and it brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. Van Valkenburg with a little bit of pressure. Stevens again with the catch, but well short of the first down. It's McCullough who gets him on the 2nd consecutive tackle.
Yeah, these Rams DBs are tackling really well today. Outside of the one big...
Needs to get him to the Rams. 26. Rams bring 4. Lance flushed out by Johnson. Flips the hips and throws downfield into traffic on the sideline and incomplete. And a turnover on down. Stevens is there. The former Trojan Burnett is there. And for the 2nd time, did an opener. 9:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Stetson Bennett, yes, has thrown a couple of picks, but he's also made some throws. He's going to be out there for another drive. He's at least going to take it the majority of the snaps. Maybe we see Dresser win a little bit later. But he has Boston Scott behind him. He has Sam Wiglusz wide to the left. Jordan Whittington, the rookie. You can tell him with the long hair out from under his helmet. The Rams have had some moments offensively. Here's another one for Boston Scott, who has run well. That's his 10th carry of the day. It's good for 7. He has 10 for 48, guys.
He's run well, and he's had good opportunities to do so yet again, getting that push from the interior of the offensive line.
Yeah, you've seen this group play the entire game, so you can kind of see they found a little bit of a rhythm. They kind of know what they like, and they seem to be playing well up there.
Former Eagle Boston Scott, joked earlier, known as the Giant Killer. Had some great moments against their NFC East rivals. Play fake to Scott. Bennett rolls out and he lofts it, and that is caught Cowboys territory. Whittington again. Don't get the taunting penalty. Jordan Whittington. There's the flag. Although the flag's in the offensive backfield. I thought they might get Whittington for taunting after the fact.
Face mask. Offense number 83. A 15-yard penalty. 2nd down.
All right, time for a player interview powered by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. We make it easy, and we go down to
hungry this year.
It's just about going back to the process and continuing to trust in that process, and having that process focus over result focus. You know, not chasing after numbers or anything like that, but just making sure every single day I'm putting in the work that's going to warrant me the success that I want to have.
Part of the mantra for this team and this franchise is model the way. And obviously no one did that better than Aaron Donald. You benefited from learning from him. What will you miss the most, and how do you pick up some of that slack?
Yeah, one thing, his process is something that I always talk about, but his energy too. He's a guy who in game day, like I remember my first game with them Seahawks, I looked him in his eyes and he was just laser focused. And so figuring out a way to make sure I bring that sort of confidence, that sort of calm mentality, and that focus and that fierce competitiveness is going to be something that I definitely hope to bring this year for the guys, and continuing to take up that leadership role that he left behind, and showing, you know, and modeling the way, and having my process be something that's worthy of being followed.
That's quite the visual, his laser focus. Now also Raheem Morris is now coaching the Atlanta Falcons. Chris Shula has been here 8 years. How would you describe him in his first year as defensive coordinator?
Yeah, he's picked up the reins and has just kept on going. We all love Shula. We love the way that he calls his defense, the way he runs it. There's a couple of different things and a lot more communication intrapositionally. And yeah, we're all behind Shula, and we're so excited for him to lead us into war this season. And yeah, I can't say enough about the type of man, the type of leader that he is, and we're just all excited to go to bat for him.
I think I speak for a lot of Ram fans. They're behind you as well, KT. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You betcha. The conductor, Kobe Turner, guys, back up to you upstairs.
The conductor and the singer who brought the house down, singing the anthem.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, at Crypto.
Pipes.
I mean, he has got pipes. And by the way, Sam Wiglusz with a nice 16-yard reception as we see the rookie center, Bo Limmer, walking to the sideline. Get an update on him when we can. Mike McAllister in his place checks in at center, but Bennett was able to convert guys there on 3rd and long. He also had another completion to Jordan Whittington, who is 6 for 74, 7 if you want to include the one that got called back on the personal foul in the backfield. Granted, it doesn't count, but Whittington has looked good here today. 3rd and 7, Rams at midfield. As we see Whittington lined up wide to the right. Let's see what Stetson Bennett can do here. Bennett looks left, brings it down, flushed out to the right, eyes downfield, and will throw it away and survive to see another day.
Yeah, I think, hearing Kobe Turner there, you really feel the passion they have for Chris Shula. I think it's interesting coming off of Raheem Morris, a guy with that smile, his energy. When you walk in a room with Raheem Morris, you just feel better about the day. And Chris Shula is this humble, quiet sweetheart of a human being, just a good man who knows his football, but he's not the type of guy that wants to prove it to you. And I think he gets in there with those guys, and then they get a chance to that guy who you don't hear him talk that much, but when he gets in that room, he owns the room. And I think you can feel that vibe from a young defense. That we want to rise up and prove to people what we're about. Aaron Donald's gone, but we want to show you who we're going to be going forward.
The first punt of the game for either team is going to be a touchback. Almost. Cameron McCutcheon almost was able to stop it. We'll finish that thought when we get back.
It's almost down right at the line, and that's a big deal because the Rams had way too many punts returned for big returns last year. Getting that hang time is actually really important.
Time now for Coach Cam, brought to you by SoFi, the next generation field. If I told you, Sean, that we'd have a 6-6 game in the third and we only had one punt and it just happened, you would have said what?
I believe it because I'm here. But I'll tell you what, you guys were just talking about it. Come on, Trey. That was a 19-yard difference. Man, we got to be smart. You can't have that kind of stuff. They're calling a personal foul on us. It's good. These are good learning opportunities for us right there. Hey, what are you calling?
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 6.
No, he didn't.
15-yard penalty.
He's
making
better. He's getting stiff arm.
Down.
Hey, I think when you see it, you'll see it differently. That's bad. I don't like that at all. All right.
And we're back.
No,
oh, wait, it's our fault?
Yeah. That is your fault, Andrew Siciliano. No, you know what? I thought...
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I didn't see much there.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what the hell that was, but...
Hey, we'll re-rack it. We'll look at it again.
No, we don't need to. We know what happened.
All right, Ray Tomlinson called there. 6-6 game. Cowboys, Snoop Connor into the game at running back.
Good job right there.
Some gas there from Trey Lance, a little bit high.
Good. Cam Lampkin, good tight coverage. But you guys had mentioned it. What a good punt by Ethan Evans. Wanted to work our short field punt. Cam McCutcheon will learn from it, but that ball should have been on the 1-yard line for us. That's a 19-yard difference. You get people backed up, changes the way they can call a game. It's so different. And those are really good learning opportunities for some of our young guys, and I trust that Cam will make that play if we get another opportunity at something similar.
You mentioned Cam. You have 4 guys named Cam.
Good job. Tyler Davis reading out of the stack.
Hey, let's go.
He's having a great game.
He is active. He just shows up. That's what you saw on the film at Clemson. I got it. It was cool. I got a text from Dabo Swinney after we drafted him. He said, there's a lot of great players out of Clemson. He said if I had an all-time team in terms of who I would want of all these great players we've had, he would be on that team, and that says a lot coming from Coach Swinney.
He started 49 games at Clemson, the most in school history for a defensive player, and he has certainly showed up today. 3rd and 7, Sean.
Let's see if we can get off the grass right here. Great job being able to get the incompletion, and then Tyler.
There it is.
Let's go.
He's short.
Good rep.
It's a good job right there, forcing the ball to come out a little short of the sticks. See if they're thinking about going for it right here.
Jason
Looks like
Taylor,
the offense is staying out there.
Hey, Sean, the young DBs, that was Jason Taylor, have really hit and tackled well today.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. I've been really pleased with them. I think the leadership of Coach Shula, Aubrey, Beak, it's been really on display, and really like the depth and the understanding. This is a big play for us right here.
Yep.
Motion into empty. Oh, 4th and 3. What the heck we got going here with Coach McCarthy? Big win by Corey Durden.
Oh, he got out of it.
Don't let him escape the... Come on. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Looks like he got it.
That's a heck of an effort by Lance. Corey Durden wins. Got a chance to be able to finish that. That was, I tell you what, that's a good competitive play.
Yep.
Can't let him spin out, but Corey did a great job of being able to force him out. Inside out pursuit. Eli Neal is just short of being able to run him out. Oh, should I challenge that, guys?
You want to challenge it? Challenge it. Why not challenge it? Let's go.
You know what? I don't even have a flag.
Well,
okay.
That's a problem.
See, That's new, Sean. I told somebody recently that sometimes you do not take the challenge flag out to the field for preseason games. That's true.
No, it's not. No, I'm kidding. I haven't.
Hold on. Can you take it out of your pocket? Can you prove it?
No, you just caught me.
That's great.
Kind of.
I'm sorry.
Coach's cam exposing people. Jeez almighty. This will be my last appearance with you guys. Glad you guys get such a kick out of it.
Hey,
we enjoy it.
You offered to challenge it.
I know. In one of those deals. Good job right there, man. I'll tell you what, we've got some violent linebackers. Omar, Spate. I mean, he is a tough dude. So is Eli Neal. These guys are heavy at the point of contact. They got a nice, tough demeanor about them. I like some of these young guys.
Sean, I talked about it a minute ago.
Good job. Go ahead.
I mean, you see a bunch of guys, different numbers, different positions. The attitude, the way they're flying around, a really good sign of really what Chris Shula is trying to implement with this team. The attitude, the tenacity, the speed we play with. You can see it down in and down out at every position.
There's no question.
There it goes.
You know, there is no question. Good job. Van Valkenburg running them out of bounds for the negative. That's big.
Do you like how your defense having the opportunity to go up against a dual threat quarterback in the preseason?
I think it's great, Mina, because sometimes when you don't get a chance to simulate these looks, obviously it's a little bit different approach. Stetson has some athleticism, but Matthew and Jimmy can really buy time and escape, but it's different than what Trey does. So I think it is excellent for us, especially some of the guys we're going to play in our division and really throughout the course of the season that have the ability.
Wow.
This
Sean,
Anger,
65-yard field goal.
Anger
Here we go.
could probably knock this true. If he hits this, I'll give him a tip of the cap.
Brandon Aubrey, career long 60. This is for 65.
That's short. Yep. Hey, good talking to you guys. I'm going to send Artis in my locker room to get my flag.
In a 6-6 game, 1:15 to go. Back at SoFi. Head down to Kurt Sandoval now for Trip Around the League, brought to you by Cosm Los Angeles. It's open now beyond anything you've experienced. Buy tickets at Cosm.com. Kurt?
Hey guys, thank you. Mike McDonald was here last night. He was, remember, the defensive coordinator for Jim Harbaugh at the University of Michigan in 2021, and those two coaches, my bad. And those two coaches made their preseason debuts against each other. And as it turns out, those two guys, good friends, but now it is McDonald that is the youngest coach in the NFL, passing Sean McDonald. And of course, a tip of the cap to Caleb Williams, won a national championship at USC, and he was sensational in his preseason second game against, as we see an interception in his second preseason game, and they're just raving about his ability to scramble the football. Guys, back to you upstairs.
Okay, third interception, guys, for Stetson Bennett today. He's having trouble throwing the ball over the middle of the field. Julius Woods gets him this time.
Andrew, what's so alarming about that, sort of relative to the other last interception, the cleanliness of the pocket. He was so well protected. He had so much time, so you don't want to see those decisions.
Yeah, almost too much.
Third one for your Bob's Blitz of the game, brought to you by Bob's Discount Furniture. Turn the place you live into the 6-6. 106 remaining here in the third. Tyler Davis, number 90 here.
He's really quick at the line.
Yes, he is. He's got the get off there as Lance throws a completion to the former Trojan Deontay Burnett. And he's going to be at the 46-yard line. As we see Trey Lance out here, a gain of 11 there, guys. Let's go back to the interception. What do you see here from Stetson Bennett?
Well, again, it's great protection. You can see that, and that has continued to be all night. But some of these plays, he almost has.
Hey, your mic's not working. Let's try to get that mic fixed. We'll get it fixed. A little late over the middle there as he didn't really make some room, create some new angles, as I know you were going to say. Snoop Connor with the check down there from Trey Lance.
Off the interception again, he's just forcing it. I mentioned this right after, but the fact that he is throwing these from inside such clean pockets, and even if no one's open as they are there, Stetson Bennett, he's mobile. He could use his legs, try to escape, create something, or throw it away, check it down, whatever. But these interceptions compounding are not encouraging.
Bennett had 3 interceptions in preseason a year ago, already 3 here today, despite making some throws. And Lance here at the end of 3. It's Brendan Span Ford. Cowboys to 4-11 on third down. Dallas with a 3rd and short in Rams territory to open up the 4th, and they will get it as Lance, with the keeper, picks up the first down, a gain of 4. Mina, you talked before, we saw the fade in the end zone. Let's use the quarterback's legs here. That's what the Cowboys did this time.
Yeah, I mean, this was the thought when San Francisco traded all of that to go up and draft him. You're adding this mobility to the offense didn't have before, and for various reasons never got to show it really in San Francisco. There's an opportunity here. I think he's played a clean football game. I'll say that, and that's got to be encouraging for Cowboys fans.
Trey Lance, 19 of 30, 131, will take a shot down the right sideline for the end zone, and he overthrows Cam Johnson. We play a lot of college football, and he never, because of the injuries, really had that full shot with the 49ers. Granted, when he was out there, he didn't take that job and claim it as his own. Question is here for Mike McCarthy, can he be the reliable number 2? Nice hit there. Rams DBs, linebackers have really been hitting today. That one's Tanner Engel, and he loses his helmet.
Yeah, I think with Trey, you just really want to see him be able to make some of the simple plays.
There, Engel did. The cousin of one Noah fan. Sweep right off the little pitch there. Snoop Connor. Grant push him to the sideline. Cam Lampkin, another one of those young DBs. Beg your pardon, with the tackle to bring up 4th and 4 on the 35. And the Cowboys are keeping the offense out there again to go for it.
Think they'll put Trey in empty again, or no? Not this time.
Cowboys 2 for 4 tonight.
Our guy Tyler Davis is back out there, though.
Keep an eye on number 90, Tyler Davis. 4th down. Lance avoids the sack. Goes down. Van Valkenburg gets him. And the Rams take it over on downs for the 3rd time today.
We saw Van Valkenburg lose containment earlier and let Trey Lance get out of the pocket. You could see that he had an emphasis there. They must have talked about on the sideline. It's make him keep him
to suit, the new guys we have in the building, tweak and adjust things of how we want to attack, and it just the same way we adjust for a game plan, same thing that we're doing right now.
Hey, Michael, we appreciate your time.
Yep.
I know you're looking and feel healthy. Have a great, healthy season.
Excited for the opener.
Yeah, indeed. Hey, guys, back to you upstairs. Michael Hoyt.
All right, Kurt, thank you. Michael Hoyt, who last year, with all the inexperience at the edge position, entered camp as the most experienced edge, and he had only been playing the position for a couple of months. Much different, obviously, this year, but he's one of the guys who's now moved on to I can rest in the preseason and get ready for the opener. It is 2nd and 20. Mike McAllister got called for a hold, 4th Rams penalty as we are talking to Michael Hoyt. Wigless can't hang on to that. Earlier we saw Drake.
There is no doubt in my mind that is one of the reasons he is still on this football team and still a big part of it, because he worked in a way that he had a goal to get there, and he didn't care if he was on the practice squad. He didn't care what his spot on the team was. He was out there to get a job done, and he annoyed me a lot.
And it has gone well, certainly, here for Michael Hoyt. He is in a good position here. Rams on 3rd and long will play conservatively and hand the ball to Boston Scott and bring out
Being in the coverage, they're running all those simulated pressures up front. He's kind of a bit of a jackknife for Raheem Morris.
He was, and he played it all 1,000 miles an hour, man. He's a great human, and the way he plays, a lot of those guys can emulate.
Ethan Evans back to punt. Tyron Billy Johnson underneath it will let it bounce, and for the second time,
Coverage, man.
Coverage
It's
team
another good punt.
cannot doubt it. Cannot doubt it. A 43-yard punt there for Ethan Evans. Cowboys. Time now for your drive of the game, brought to you by LG Appliances. Performance 6-6 in the 4th. Andrew Whitworth, Mina Kimes. I'm Andrew Siciliano as we see Cam Lampkin. I keep saying one of the 4 Cams or Camerons in the Rams secondary. That includes Cam Curl, who's not in uniform today, the free agent from the Commanders, who's going to play a big part, the veteran in the secondary. That one was Cam Lampkin, and this young secondary has played well and hit well today. Trey Lance on the keeper, chased by Ben Valkenburg, who had a sack to get him off the field last time and run out of bounds there by Jalen McCullough as well.
Feels like as the game has gone on, this Rams defensive front has done a better job of playing the Trey Lance keepers.
Yeah, I think that's something, too, you don't see a lot of, obviously, in the Rams offense between Matthew Stafford and Jimmy Garoppolo. They're not dealing with a whole lot of scrambles from the quarterback. So I think this is a little bit of getting a feel as the game goes on of how you have to keep him contained.
Matthew Stafford's zone read is not something you hear very often.
I mean, the guy's svelte, though. He's moving well now. He's skinny right now. Matthew looks good.
Matthew Stafford RPO, would love to see that as well. That's caught by the former Trojan Deontay Burnett. We're being told that you may not see the score on the screen right now. I'll tell you, we have 9:07 remaining in the 4th. That clock is counting down after that Burnett reception. It is 1st down for the Cowboys on the 33-yard line. That was good for a gain of 12. Lance in traffic. Oh, big hit there by a DB the Rams love, Josh Wallace. But that's a catch. Kelvin Harmon hung on at the 45.
Kelvin Harmon.
Josh Wallace, their biggest check this year in the offseason. Doesn't mean he's guaranteed to make the team in any way, shape, or form, but they're happy with what they've seen from the kid out of Michigan, the former high school basketball star so far.
He was a big fumble recovery in the national championship, right? It'll be interesting to see all these Michigan defensive players, rookies in the NFL this year. A lot were drafted, and also the pervasion of that defense in division. Mike McDonald, across the city, Jesse Minter coming from Michigan. That familiarity will help them stick around the league, one thinks.
Saw both Minter and McDonald here at SoFi yesterday as the Seahawks played the Chargers. Lance, high one, caught again. Kelvin Harmon again stretches and brings it down. He is 6'2", 215. Kelvin Harmon out of NC State, former Commander. Cowboys are on the move. Clock is moving as well. 7 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter in a 6-6 game. In traffic, dangerous. Incomplete. Lance is not. Oh no, it's caught. I beg your pardon. Cam Johnson comes down to that football. In traffic. Gain of 6.
mean, good to see Trey kind of playing from the pocket on this drive so far. A couple good throws, putting it up where only his guy can get it.
Yeah, this is a big drive for him. The ball placement's been a little bit here and there, but he's playing
time to time throughout the game.
Quicker.
24-37.
Helps them make a great catch for you too sometimes.
Yeah. 6'2".
Oh, well, or that.
Or a little too hot there for Racey McMath. It's 3rd and 4. Ball is on the 20. Apologize for the lack of graphics on your screen. 3rd and 4, 6-6 Cowboys. Rams tied up. 6:16 remaining here. 4th quarter.
Trey.
See if we can get some points on the board here.
Lance, pressure, dropped. Not good.
McMath again.
It's McMath again.
All right, looks like they're finally going to kick one.
So the Rams defense that has forced 3 and-outs forces the Cowboys to call on the special teams, and Brandon 65, and that was no good. This is going to be from 38 out of the Brian Anger hold. Right hash. Aubrey, an All-Pro last year as a rookie. Former soccer player at Notre Dame. Nails that one. And with 6:08 remaining in the 4th quarter, Aubrey gets defense, was able to get off the field, force the Brandon Aubrey field goal. And now a chance for Stetson Bennett to maybe do something here as we look at another example of what the NFL is calling the dynamic kickoff. It's a new kickoff from the 35-yard line. The Rams, as the receiving team, have to line up between the 30 and the 35, and only 2 guys are allowed to be back. And we're going to get a return. 25, 30. That's a nice one with a flag being thrown from the backfield. Xavier Smith takes it out to the 34. We've seen a lot of flags early on through the first 2 weeks of the preseason, going back to the Hall of Fame game last week in Canton. Let's see what this one is. Lan Clark is our referee today. He's talking it over with his crew. A lot of the penalties we've seen so far, guys, are the lines moving early.
Yeah. Well, they don't know when to go because they got to turn around to see, you know, he's caught the balls or hit the ground. That's totally new. And I don't know if they weren't prepared for that necessarily, or it's just so different, Andrew, functionally.
It is. It's changed the game. And the whole point of it is that last year you had the least amount of kick returns in the league, you know, in their history. And so they're trying to create some uncertainty. Where's the ball going to start for the other team on offense? Is it before the 20, after the 30? Most kickoffs average between the 21 and 30 in the previous system. Is that going to change with this? Will there be some variability?
There are fouls by both teams, and they will offset. Illegal formation, kicking team number 26. During the return, holding receiving team number 83. Free kick.
Oh, we get a redo.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Nikola Kalanic, the
Sean looks
create a zone run game with the way they do some of this. It'll be, I think, fun to see what the scheme some of these special teams coordinators come up with.
Boston Scott's going to take
get another one.
A couple of yards deep. He's got a lot of kick return experience back in the old days, and here he takes it across the 20 with another flag throw.
Do you think it's possible in like high leverage situations you might see starting offensive linemen in there?
I've wondered that. I've wondered if they'll start to put some bigger guys in there and just try to create some seams, because that's going to be interesting to see that close in proximity. it's not like you can run away from the guys. So you could see some teams try to do that.
I'm sorry, it's going to be fascinating. Go ahead, Mia.
Yeah, how challenging is it for you, an offensive lineman? Like, yes, we can say, oh, they're going to run trap and you know, similar zone blocking, but how different is it because of the spacing?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on the lineman, obviously, but I think that really the spacing is very similar to an O-lineman blocking out on a screen. So it's very similar. You see teams that are good at those screens. I bet they'd be good at getting back here and returning some of these kickoffs.
Coaches have to make decisions. Do we want starting O-linemen out there? Do we want starting running backs out there? How are we going to treat it? Bennett throws it complete. Zach Evans with good yardage across the 35. Rams with 5:46 to go now in the fourth quarter, down 9-6, start the drive well.
Yeah, I think it's the key this time of the game. I love the Cowboys getting a couple of points there because now you put Stetson Bennett in this opportunity. Hey, we're down 3. You know what? I've made a couple bad decisions in the game. But the life of the NFL, the game's still going. You win the game in the fourth quarter, nobody remembers any of that, right? And so that's your opportunity. Take these guys on a scoring drive right here.
And they start it with a 24-yard play. And they will hand it to Evans running left. Cannot get around the corner. Nowhere to go. Hit there by 46 for the Cowboys, who is not on my roster. It's a gain of 2. It's the preseason, folks.
You were talking about teams who are good at screens and how that might help them. As you were saying that, I was thinking, well, the Rams barely use screens in their offense. And their running backs really haven't been asked for years now to be part of the passing game.
Credit to Darius Harris there with the tackle for the Cowboys. 46. Apologies to Darius and his family. 2nd and 12. 4:45 and clock moving here to go in the third. Rams have 3 timeouts. Stetson Bennett the play fake. Steps up. Goes over the middle. And he's picked off again. 4th time today. He's been intercepted. This time it's Brock Mogensen. Late and over the middle. All 4 times seemingly for Stetson Bennett, and he gives it away again.
I think and I don't want to, discredit the plays made by the defenders here, but I think what's going to be, difficult for the Rams to look at this the next day is these aren't really the cases of DBs making amazing plays or pass rushers getting in his face. It's just decision making and not seeing the field well, to be honest.
Yeah, just for some reason missing these underneath defenders. There's guys sitting under those.
Mogensen there, the rookie.
Don't mind if I do interceptions.
Exactly. The crowd gets loud now, 23-yard line with the play clock at 2. Lance moves to the left. Van Valkenburg forces him back inside and forces him back into a sack with Letui Legasenoa bringing him down.
Another great job by the Rams D-line of keeping him contained. I mean, they're doing a really good job of not letting him get out of this pocket now. You can see everybody with vision on him as a rusher, trying to keep him back behind the line of scrimmage.
As well as the Rams go deep into the depth chart, and they hand it here, the Cowboys do, to Burnett. Tanner Ingle drives him out of bounds.
We're going to get a hold there,
Flag on the far side, 20.
So it's going to be a holding on Cam Johnson, possibly.
Holding. Offense number 14. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Second penalty today. Back on the Cowboys up on Cam Johnson. And it sets up 3rd and long.
A lot of backed up situations the Rams defense have survived through in this game. It's been impressive to see them continue to hold their ground and not let these Cowboys in the end zone.
It's 2nd and 20, announced 3rd down here in the stadium. It is 2nd and 20 on the 31. Lance fired to the outside and high for Burnett. Clock stops at 3:41. Now it's 3rd down, 3rd and 18. See if the Rams defense can hold him to a field goal. It's a long one from here, but quite makeable for Aubrey. It'll be 49 from here, trying to give Stetson Bennett another chance.
I mean, we've talked about Chris Shula, but also Aubrey Pleasant now in charge of the secondary. I mean, to give them a credit, much less the plays they've made, they've been in position all game long. They're not really catching guys out of position at all.
Van Valkenburg bringing the pressure, and the Rams defense is going to get off the field. The rookie linebacker Omar Spates there for the tackle.
Omar Spates has been flying around. Yeah, he's an LSU stalwart. He was in LSU for a few years, I think. I've seen his name.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Find out for Aubrey. who is at 3 today, and he's missed from 65, from 52. Guy's got easy gas here.
Easy.
Good kicker.
Absolutely. What a find he was for Bones Fossil last year, Will McClay and the Cowboys.
But I think a great credit, as I said, you can't say it enough. Think about this. Eventually you lose a little confidence as well and say, hey, what are we doing out here? We're not having a chance to keep getting backed up in situations. This defense has continued to play, and that's a great thing.
And you mentioned confidence here. Let's hope Stetson Bennett doesn't lose his with these 4 picks. It's his first game, guys, since August 26th of last year. The Rams' third and final preseason game. He's going to get another shot at it. Obviously, he would like those picks back. He has thrown 4 of them today. He took a year off from football. All right, it was a long road back for him. He feels good. He is happy to be here. The Rams are happy as a team, as a locker room, as an organization to wrap their arms around him. He is a gamer. Sean McVay's words to us a couple of days ago. Time for him to be a gamer here. They'll get another shot. Boston Scott going to bring this one out.
Bennett, Jimmy Garoppolo suspended the first 2 games. As of now, he is backing up Matthew Stafford. And, the decision-making, something they're going to want to see, obviously, improve, but knowing that going into the regular season, he is your QB2, the stakes are a lot higher.
Yeah, they are, and I think he's got to show a little bit of the ability to overcome some of these things, and what a great opportunity, again, as we talked about the defense, putting them in position. You're still just down a score. He's got a chance here. Go back, rebound, get this offense going, and let's make a play.
Wiglis and Stoops on the field. Miller Forrestall as well, 82. The tight end, the former Brown, as Bennett.
A little late to the
one
snap
dead.
there. He seemed a little off.
Offense number 68, 5-yard penalty. Go first down.
That's Mike McAllister in at center after Bo Limber, the rookie, got the start and went to the sideline a little banged up. And look, candidly here, Stetson Bennett has got to tell this team and tell Sean McVay that they can rely on him if needed week 1 in Detroit. You got to have a reliable backup. You're starting on Sunday night against another playoff team in a rematch of the wild card round from a year ago. Can Stetson be that guy? It's not all about tonight. Got a couple of more preseason games. But here, he has a chance to erase some of the memories of those 4 interceptions from earlier today if he could march them down the field. They back up 5. They're now the 25. They have all 3 timeouts here as they try to put a game-winning drive together. You got the veteran Boston Scott into the game and running back maybe to help with the blitz pickup. He has the check down here. Scott back to the line of scrimmage and then run out of bounds by Jason Jordan. It's going to stop the clock at 2:45 short game.
So I feel like throughout the course of this game, Bennett has looked better throwing. He did have 1 interception throwing on the run, but for the most part, he's looked a little bit more comfortable on the move.
Yep.
Wonder if that's something they might lean into a little bit more.
Gain of 6. Here's the pressure. He's going down. Back inside the 20. Jason Johnson with the sack. Loss of
delayed rush. Didn't have a guy for him.
First Dallas sack. Zach Evans couldn't get both of them. Miller Forrestall with the reception. He's going to run out of bounds across the 30-yard line, but that was 3rd and 18. Gain of 9. It'll be 4th and 9, and the Rams will keep the offense on the field ahead of the 2-minute warning. 2:11 to go. Got to get to the 40. So down 12-6. 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Stetson Bennett, here are the keys. Let's see what you can do. Out of the gun, the snap from McAllister. Bennett steps up. Bennett fires over the middle. Flag down. Intercepted again.
Flag.
With a flag. It's a Manny Johnson. And he's going to run it back into Rams territory to the 32.
Didn't get a secondary hold here.
Yeah, on the corner.
Yep.
Flags at the 35. This one's on the Cowboys. This one will keep the Rams drive alive.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 31. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Josh Butler keeps the Rams drive alive, and we are at the 2-minute warning.
That's what we need in this game right now. It's not the Dodgers. It's 12-6. You can still score a touchdown right here, 7 points, and take the lead.
All
Let's
three
go.
timeouts. Everything's on the table. This
Get the energy up.
Great practice, situational football.
A defensive holding call wiped out what would have been Stetson Bennett's 5th interception. Rams have new life, new set of downs, their own 36. Here we go. 3 timeouts. Bennett checked down. You know what? Baby steps. You can do it.
Right,
5 yards. Boston Scott, 41-yard line. Let's go. Clock moving.
A lot of times in these drives, it's about getting it moving, getting the defense having to talk and communicate, and you speed that tempo up, get them confused in the secondary.
J.J. Lapp, 81, wide of the screen there as well on the left. Checks in at wide receiver, and the Rams look to be backing up. Lan Clark has been working a lot today, especially in the second half. Going to the Cowboys sideline, see what they want to do.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Mike McAllister called for that. Witt came in at center when Bo Limmer, the rookie, was banged up earlier. Has had a couple of rough moments here.
Yeah, it's another miscommunication. Either he can't hear the snap count, but they're just off on their timing, and you can't have that. Now just basically it's like you just do an incompletion on first down. 2nd and long here, kind of the opposite of what the momentum they had going there.
So they got 5 yards on first down, took the check down. Now the penalty wipes out those 5 yards. 1:39 to go. Bennett. There's a completion. Across the 45-yard line.
You got 3rd down probably coming up.
Drake Stoops, the rookie.
Get this first down. This is the key in these no-huddle drives.
Gain of 10. They're going to move the sticks there. First down. Bennett over the middle. Wigless has it. Cowboys territory. Nice catch near the 45. And a late flag from the secondary as Wigless is slow to get up. They're going to stop the clock at 1:15.
I think he's going to call use of the helmet or face mask here on the defender.
Gain of 9. Sean McVay is coming out to check on his rookie wide receiver. Undrafted out of Ohio as Wigless is down on his back.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 53. A 15-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play. First down.
Jason Johnson, who had the sack earlier.
I don't know what that was.
Hit him. And now applause. Let's go to break. And positive thoughts again to Sam Wigless. 12-6 here in the 4th. Knee there, as it was a scary scene. Wigless had his neck hit forward, but he is up and moving, and the Rams now with 1:15 have it on the Cowboys 30-yard line after that personal foul. They're going to work from under center and toss left to Scott. Scott has some room. Scott across the 25. Nice run there by Boston Scott. Manny Johnson with the tackle behind an A.J. Arcuri block. Gain is 7, and we're under a minute to go.
Offense has been a little more conservative on this drive, leading clock, getting the ball to the running backs in space.
Bennett lofting. Forrestall has it across the 20, out of bounds. First down, stops the clock at 49.
This is what we talked about. I mean, here's your opportunity right now. Here we go. 49 seconds left in the game. The 4 interceptions don't matter. The false starts don't matter. None of that matters right now. Get an opportunity. Go get it in the end zone. Be happy with winning the game.
Gain of 5 there. Lapp and Wigless, or Lapp and Stoops, a bigger part of the left. There's Stoops. Drake Stoops across the 10. He gets a first down to the 8. Move the sticks. And the Rams are in the red zone, and the Rams are threatening. Down 6, 1st and goal. Gain of 12. Give to Scott, time to run. Scott, nice move to the inside, gets maybe 2 yards to the 6.
Your timeouts.
And now we get a timeout. Al-Kadi Muhammad with the tackle.
This drive is a great example of why it's so advantageous to have all 3 timeouts with 2 minutes left, because Stetson Bennett didn't have to press.
Yep.
Just taking the check downs, throwing it to the running backs, throwing it to your tight ends in the flats outside, and suddenly you're knocking on the door in the end zone.
Yeah, got a chance to win the game for your football team. That's the ultimate goal at that position. Can they get it done right here?
And they were helped by 2 Dallas penalties. The defensive holding that wiped out a Bennett pick, and then the personal foul there when Wiggles was hit in the back of the neck. They will gladly take both of those as they are in the red zone, and they are threatening, and they are over 300 yards of total offense here as well today, despite those 4 interceptions. Still 2 timeouts, 26 seconds. You could run the ball. You could take a shot at the end zone. As you said, Whit.
Same. Who's got the game winner?
I'm going to go Nikola Kalanic. What do you think?
I like it.
I like that.
Got both tight ends on the field, it looks like. Forrestall, too.
J.J. Lapp into the game, 81. The rookie wide receiver from D3 champion SUNY Portland. Xavier Smith into the game. They go empty. From the 6, Bennett looking. Bennett running. Bennett back to the line of scrimmage. 18, 17. Right. Sean McVay calls timeout.
Yep.
Nowhere to go.
Yep. In the empty, trying to give him an easy solution here. Nothing there. I like him pulling that ball down.
Same.
He's had a couple where he's kind of made a bad decision there.
You should have done that early, yeah.
Yeah, pulls it down and keeps the football, gets another possession right here.
Absolutely. Gets back to the line of scrimmage rather than forcing it there in the end zone. Knows you have the timeouts here. Rams use another one. 17 seconds to go. And the Rams end this one on a positive note. The defense has played well today. Held the Cowboys to just the 4 field goals. Rams have 2 Joshua Carty field goals, the rookie out of Stanford. See if they can get in the end zone. Smith and Forrestall to the right. Boston Scott is in the game and in the backfield. 17 to go. Bennett, back corner of the end zone. Over the head of Lapp, too hot. And it's 3rd down. There. 4th down, I beg your pardon.
Right decision, just tick off.
Yep.
All right, what are you calling here? Went 4th down. Need 6.
Yeah, I would imagine they're going to do something similar where they did in the first play, the second go, is empty it out, give him some one-on-ones, hopefully, let him work both sides of the field. They're going to leave the back in the backfield, it looks like. Yep.
4th down, 4th and goal to tie the game. This is it. Stetson Bennett.
Oh, he had to tell
rolling out to the left. Bennett slings it back in the end zone.
Yeah.
Touchdown!
All right, playmaker.
Miller, Forrestall, and we are tied with 4 seconds to go.
That's a great second reaction play by Bennett.
We talked about it. You had your opportunity. Go win the game.
Yeah.
You've made some mistakes. You've had some bad moments.
Look at this.
But you know what? In the biggest moment, can you step up and do something for your football team? He did it right there.
Phenomenal field, keeping his eyes downfield. Phenomenal job, flipping his hips.
To give the Rams the lead. 4 seconds on the clock. The rookie Joshua Carty. This is for the win. Right through the uprights. 13-12 with 4 seconds left. How about that?
Your first game winner, Josh.
After throwing 4 picks, after throwing a fit that got called back on a Cowboys penalty. Stetson Bennett drives him down the field, and it's all smiles there on the Rams sideline.
We're going to get Sean back on here. He called us bad luck.
Yeah.
Look at this right here.
Called me a jerk.
Come on. Game-winning drive. Let's go, baby.
He's in a great mood now.
Yeah.
Got a happy ending.
And you know what?
He'd love us now.
I feel good for that guy right there.
I do too.
I feel good for Stetson Bennett. Right there.
Live and learn.
And look, there's going to be plenty to learn from this game. He's going to go back to the tape, say, hey, what are some things I could do better in these moments? But the truth is, he had some great snaps in this game as well. And there's just some moments where, hey, I got to make a better decision here, see these underneath defenders. And I do think, Mina, it's a positive that it was kind of the same mistake a little bit. It's like, hey, can we go fix that? The guys that you're not seeing that are underneath some of these receivers when you think you have those lanes to throw.
And I think it's also a positive that many of those mistakes were not on account of skill players blocking. In fact, I was very impressed by some of these young skill players, led, of course, by Jordan Whittington, who had a huge game for the Rams.
All right, so Cowboys are going to take a timeout, guys. This is interesting here because it's a dynamic kickoff. 4 seconds to go. I mean,
will we get one?
The idea that the Cowboys can break one seems far-fetched. We haven't seen anyone really break one yet. Had a 73-yard return for the Jaguars yesterday.
So you got 2 guys back there in situations like this. I don't know if you can see it here, but you could see some laterals in the regular season.
As we see Bones Fossil, the former Rams special teams coach. What do we get here at the end of the game? Tyron Billy Johnson.
Come on, let's get weird.
Is back there. David Durden as well, 13 and 85. And Cardi will kick it off.
That was something strange.
You don't want the touchback. That gives them the Hail Mary shot. You need to force the return here. And Cardi is going to pop it up and make him return it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Tyron Billy Johnson right up the middle. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Nope. Not going to happen.
Hit stick.
Stand them up. And there